news leader. This is Passepartout.
Good morning to you, and I thank you for joining us this morning. In his first day in office, Governor Jeff Landry made an executive order that has upset many education leaders. He killed the graduation appeals process that was only in effect for 19 days. That decision led to an uproar from state educators. News 10's Britt Lavasso explains it more.
It's devastating. So the governor's veto of the graduation appeal process is devastating for students. Our students got a lot of hope in knowing that they could show what they knew in other ways. And the fact that this has been taken away from them is really devastating to students.
Dr. Holly Bofi is the former president for the Louisiana Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. She explains the board passed the graduation appeals process last year. She says it gave students a chance to show what they knew, aside from a standardized test score.
Our tests play an important role in our school system, but we have overutilized testing in the decisions that we've made.
Dr. Bofi says the appeals process allowed students to show they were ready to enter the workforce. It also helped students who may have had straight A's but were not strong test takers.
What was beautiful about the process as we had written it is that we were really shifting our schools from test prep to life prep. And we need to do that with our public schools. We need to make sure that students are being prepared for successful lives after graduation. And that appeal process was a step in that direction.
Right now, Louisiana is only one of 9 states that require standardized tests for high school seniors to get their diplomas. Dr. Bofi says we're now the only state without an appeals process.
What I hope is that families and citizens who do not want a child's future determined by one test score reach out to their state representatives and their state senators and ask for them to make a grad test appeal policy state law.
All right, Dr. Bofi says making a graduation appeals process a state law could underscore the governor's veto. There's now a petition to do just that. So far, there's over 700 signatures. Continuing our coverage of this story, led by a processional, News 10's Jasmine Dean captures the moment as soldiers' families reunited with the body of their loved one who made that ultimate sacrifice. It's a story you'll see only on 10.
Lance Corporal Nicholas Durrell was stationed at the U.S. Embassy in Brazzaville, Republic of Congo, when he died while on duty. And now, almost a month later, his family is seeing him for the first time since his death. And now they're preparing to say their final goodbyes. The sound of sirens from the processional carrying the body of Lance Corporal Nicholas Durrell reunites the soldier with his family.
Well, we've been waiting weeks for Nick to come home, and he's finally home. He arrived this morning, and we're just happy to have him back in the States home so we could put him to rest.
Durrell's family met at a funeral home to receive the body of their son, who served as a security guard for the U.S. Embassy in Congo. His parents, Kimberly and Dalton Durrell, says although it is heartbreaking, they are glad to have their son home almost a month since he was killed.
He dedicated his life for service. He wanted to be a Marine. He's always wanted to be a Marine. And even though he's only 20 years old, he did a lot in those 20 years.
Back in April of 2023, Durrell was one of the Acadiana Marines awarded with Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals for stopping a knife attack at a Chick-fil-A. Described as a hero, Durrell's family says their son was a caretaker who loved everyone and was known as a protector.
He wanted to be the tip of the spear. He wanted to be there to help others. He picked the hard duty. He could have gotten something a lot easier, but he picked the hard duty because of the fact that he wanted to go where he can help the most.
His family says it is an honor to know their son made a difference, and the prayers and support they are receiving is the reason they are getting through this tough time.
Main thing, like I said, I appreciate the prayers. I mean, it's tough losing a kid. It's really tough, and then having to wait so long to get to this point here. So we're just trying to get past this point here and keep it moving and stay positive. But thanks to the community for the prayers.
Funeral arrangements will be held Saturday, January 13th at the Gethsemane Church in Lafayette. Services begin at 11 a.m. with the military presentation at 10:45. Jasmine Dean, KLFY News 10.
So Lafayette's Mayor President Boulet's administration announces the city court and marshal's office will not be moving. It was estimated to cost around $9.5 million for that move. Boulet says it would not be a wise use of tax dollars to make the move and demolish the current courthouse. She also added that Lenny Lemoyne, the owner of the building, has the best interest of the community at heart. She hopes to continue working with him to grow the downtown area and community. Governor Jeff Landry has issued a state of emergency ahead of the severe weather expected to hit the state. The weather is expected to hit Louisiana between Sunday and Wednesday, and the National Weather Service expects temperatures to plummet and wind chills to be near freezing. Governor Landry is advising all residents to be prepared for the conditions. Meanwhile, Iberia Parish is preparing for the severe winter weather. Several officials spoke and gave advice on what to look out for, such as protecting pipes, plants, and to be careful with portable heaters. The parish president says the goal is to make sure Iberia Parish is ready.
I want to wait until Monday to make the people aware in Iberia Parish as to what possibly can happen. So we want to handle this now, get everyone working toward protecting themselves, protecting their neighbors, and protecting seniors that may not be able to help themselves.
All right, checking in with Trevor Sonier over in the Weather Center, and I think everyone has that freezing weather on their minds. When should we start seeing this? And goodness, I'm sure you're going to talk about being prepared as well.
Yeah, it looks like it will be coming in for Monday afternoon. That's when the freezing temperatures will start across Acadiana and could continue all the way through Wednesday afternoon. So let's take a look at current conditions. We're at 35 in Lafayette, 29 in Opelousas, 31 in New Iberia, and we have more cold air to the north. So let's zoom in here and take a look at the country as a whole. Very cold temperatures, bitterly cold. That Kansas City game later on tonight will be somewhere in the negative single digits, and that cold air will continue to move down. We won't see negative single digits, but we'll definitely see some very cold temperatures, especially by Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Satellite radar shows clear skies out there, and that Arctic front, the leading edge, is across the Denver area, moving into the lower plains, and it will take a few more days to get here. But for today, temperatures rising through the 40s and 50s, getting into the upper 50s later on this afternoon. Future track shows clear skies, so we'll see a nice day for today, and that's good news. A good day to get outside and maybe wrap those exposed pipes on the exterior, and for tomorrow, a similar picture. So nice weather, at least for now, but then by Monday, the colder temperatures will begin to arrive. For today, though, south winds will help these temperatures rise into the mid to upper 50s. Chilly again for tonight in the mid to upper 30s, rising tomorrow into the upper 50s. Once again, upper 50s to lower 60s, and then a cold morning on Monday, and the Arctic air arrives later on through Monday afternoon. South winds today at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And another thing that we're tracking, the possibility of some frozen precipitation Monday night leading into Tuesday morning. I think the main mode would be freezing rain if we do see it, mainly across I-10 and points to the north. The question is, when will the cold air arrive, and will there still be any precipitation left to lead to some of this ice accumulation? This is the latest GFS model, and it's advertising the possibility of anywhere from, let's say, 0.05 of an inch upwards to 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation. That would definitely be impactful, especially on bridges and overpasses, and as long as temperatures are below freezing. So could see some minor travel issues there for Tuesday morning, so just keep that in mind. And high resolution models are coming out through the next 24 hours here. GFS is a global model. It has a hard time seeing things on the smaller scale, and these winter weather events around here are very fragile and happen on the meso scale. So we need those as short-term models, which are coming out later on today and tomorrow, and that will definitely help us out a lot more, and the picture will become clearer as to what we could see Monday night and Tuesday. But temperatures, here's a GFS. Notice we are dropping near freezing for Monday night as that precip is still going on. Mid to upper 20s for Tuesday morning. We barely get above freezing. That's another question. Do we get above freezing Tuesday afternoon? Right now, I'll say about 35 to 36. I think if we keep the clouds around and we have any ice on the ground, we won't get above freezing. and then in the upper teens to lower 20s. I'll say anywhere from 19 to about as cold as 23 degrees for our Wednesday morning, finally warming up for our Wednesday afternoon. So again, anywhere from 19 to 27 degrees expected for Tuesday morning, and then again Wednesday morning. So protect the plants and the pets, and you have to wrap the exposed pipes this time, because we are going to see 27 degrees and lower, and we are going to stay below freezing for an extended period of time. And of course, be very careful when in terms of those space heaters and heating your home. 58 your high today, mostly sunny and cool. South winds at around 5 to 10. 7-day forecast has a nice day again tomorrow, and then that rain chance comes in Monday. It starts out as rain, but it could end as freezing rain for Tuesday morning, about a 20 to 30% chance of that. Highs barely getting above freezing for Tuesday, and then the coldest weather will be coming in for Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, anywhere from 19 to 23 degrees, but finally warming up on Wednesday.
All right, we will be prepared. Thank you for that, Trevor. Also want to remind you that Jim Olivier's Home Improvement and Jim Olivier's Roofing Louisiana